The proposed law comes at a time when the spotlight has been on the members of county assemblies due to their rising influence on what happens in the county governments. The last few weeks have seen members of county assemblies put on the spot over huge spending in the form of allowances they get, as well as various impeachment motions against sitting governors and their deputies. But if enacted, the proposed law will protect members of county assemblies from being prosecuted for whatever they say in the county assemblies.
When the courts are interpreting the law or deciding cases in court, Parliament or the executive cannot interfere with the decision making of courts. They cannot compel courts to decide a case in a certain manner or to interpret the law in a certain manner. That is again a separation of powers.
The same bill also protects MCAs from any arrest within the precincts of the county assemblies. Part 3 of the Privileges and Immunities Clause 12 states, and I quote, "A member shall not be liable to arrest for a civil debt while the member is going to, attending or returning from a sitting of the county assembly or a committee of the county assembly." This essentially cushions the MCAs from arrest. In addition, Clause 8 in Part 3 of the bill guarantees the freedom of speech for the debaters on the floor of the assembly, as no words uttered can be held against him or her in a court of law.
There is also the freedom of any person, whether an MCA or a staff member, from being compelled to give evidence about what transpired in the assembly or in a committee of the assembly, or to produce any document that is related to the proceedings, which, as I've said, proceedings that relate to the core business of a county assembly.
With the calls for referendum by the opposition Coalition for Reforms and Democracy gaining momentum, a key requirement being the support of 20 county assemblies, the government-sponsored bill will surely press the correct buttons on the MCS. Inasmuch as the bill is well intended, its political implications shall be far-reaching, as it could be easily interpreted as an inducement by the government and a blow to the opposition. The bill, however, also gives members of the public a say in the affairs of their county.
Every county assembly must identify a particular area where the public can bring demonstrations and picketing and to express their views if they have strong views about a particular matter.
This, the drama that has been witnessed in a number of counties, forms another key ingredient of the bill, which senators hope will deal with errant MCAs too.
No threats, no insults, no intimidation, no violence, whether in the chamber or in any other facility within the premises of the assembly.
And the consequences of disobeying this provision:
an officer of an organ of national security who is present for purposes of maintaining law and order under this bill is empowered actually to make arrests and to ensure that people comply with good conduct within the chamber and even outside the chamber within the assembly premises.
Attempts to compel any member by force to back or to desist from any matter in the assembly will constitute an offense.
In the defunct local authorities, people used to take councillors and lock them up in a hotel, just to achieve, maybe there's a vote coming, and in the process they even miss sittings. So that is a crime now, and that is an offense under this bill.
The County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Bill 2014, if passed, is set to revolutionize the operation of the county assemblies across the country, and as the drafters of the bill intimate, will also restore the dignity of these assemblies, contrary to the perceptions they have had in the recent past. The powers and privileges within this bill shall be effected by the County Privileges Committee, chaired by the Speaker, with culpable individuals facing a fine of 500,000 shillings or a jail time of 2 years for misbehavior. Depending on the gravity of the offences, the punishment shall also range from warnings, suspensions and withdrawal of privileges. Alex Kubasu for Sunday Live.